sauce that I didn't record. Hi, friends, everybody. My name's Serena. I recognize most of the names, but some are new, which is pumped. I got some sweaty armpits when I see people I don't know. You'll get to know me real quick, and I am excited to get to know you as well. We are recorded. It's July 6th, 2023. This is the Leadership Academy. This is like the empowered level up for summer that we've all been waiting for. We're all craving maybe even a little extra community of people who are wanting to level up, right? The summer kind of throws these weird, like non-routines our way where we get like a little out of sorts, extra gatherings, family, extra trips, all that stuff. And we feel a little discombobulated. I love that word. Why do we not say that word like all the time? We feel a little discombobulated. Well, this is the center. This is like the community that is literally going to hold it down and take us through planting all the seeds and really getting ready to rock fall and set the page for a really exploding 2024. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me a thumbs up when you can see it. And we're going to just dive right in. Developing yourself as a Shaklee leader. Thumbs up. Cool. Courtney's so used to doing that. I teach fitness virtually and I say, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me in the music. I should change it to like, give me a shimmy or a twerk. All right. So developing yourself as a Shaklee leader, or we can even take the word Shaklee out of there, right? Developing yourself as a leader. Well, this is session 1. Welcome. Freaking welcome. You're in the right place. We're in the right place because we're not alone and we're absolutely in this together. The coolest thing about being together is that we have a lot of time to be together. Success takes time. Okay. So this is like, sometimes we think that, okay, we start out here and then we go here and here and here and here. And then it's so exciting when we get to here. But honestly, success actually looks like this jumbled up, crazy, discombobulated arrow of wild circles over and over and over again. It's wild, right? It's absolutely wild. I read a quote once that said, success is rented, right? Not owned. And the rent is due every day. When I first joined Shaklee in 2021, I had this like instant high because I took every customer and every teammate from my former company and I brought them over, as many as I possibly could. My recruiting strategy was so fresh. It's like I had this newness about me. Also, never underestimate the power of being new and leverage that with your new people because it is something that you can't get back. I allowed those quick wins to carry me as far as I could. All right. And then the winds and the wind stopped and the boat sank. A year in, the boat was sinking. I was on the Titanic, the Shaklee Titanic. It was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because what? I had the opportunity to go one of two ways. Up, right? Above water, or I could continue to sink. Needless to say, I put on my life vest and I knew if I was really going to stand out as a leader here, that I needed to put some new strategies in place. So I did. Okay. I flipped my mindset. So let's move on to successful leadership, developing a CEO mindset. I needed to course correct, you guys, like in my personal life and in my professional life. It was my opportunity to level up as my own CEO. So what I did was I grabbed mentor after mentor. I still have them. And I latched on to what they were doing and I built upon their positive behaviors because I wanted that too. I knew I wanted that. I joined forces bigger with Christy, as you can see, letting you in, which is why I'm here with you guys tonight. And we're going to be doing this together. But the cool thing about being a CEO here is that, guys, We don't have all the responsibilities that a traditional CEO has, right? We don't have to do any heavy lifting. We don't have to build an infrastructure or source raw materials or hire HR, thank gosh. We don't have to do any of the things that billionaire Roger Barnett has to do as a CEO, right? So what is it that we do as a CEO? What is it that we do? Well, here we go. A leader with a CEO mindset pays attention to the trends of the business. Okay. So we keep learning, we keep our learning hats on. We know what's going on in our industry, right? Not just on the Shaklee HQ page. We know what the trends are. We know that social media is on a wave of a high right now, focused on what? Gut health. What else? Things that boost energy. You know, we're following those trends and we know what people are wanting to hear, read, and see. We aren't in the game. It's not a game at all, but we aren't in the game of convincing people to buy us, our products, or our opportunity. We plan ahead, right? Based on our schedules. We're CEOs, so we have to organize our days, especially in the summer when you feel the most discombobulated and you're craving routine, right? Because what is that? That's empowering, right? We have a schedule and we stick to it. So I know that by 5:15 in the morning, I'm knee deep in a book. I don't know if knee deep is a thing. I'm deep in a book by 5:15 in the morning, right? And by 6, I'm deep in my DMs. This is going a really different direction. And then by 7, I'm snuggling my baby and waking her up to go to nursery school. Then I'm back at it from 8 to 12. Okay. And then I pop back in for a couple hours to get some follow-ups in from the day of the people that responded to me that morning. But I go to bed with satisfaction and accomplishment. I'm the CEO. No one else is going to do it for me. No one else is going to do it for you. So I read this, I guess, distribution of the day, and I wanted to share it with you. This is what successful entrepreneurs do with 24 hours in a day. Now, the last part seems tricky because the math doesn't add up, but the math doesn't have to add up. So keep following along. So this is how they break up their day, and it truly matters. 24 hours in a day, we've all got it. We've all heard the same thing, right? People say, I don't have time. And you're just like, yada, yada, yada. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. Well, it's how you use it. Okay. So 8 hours of hard work, 8 hours of good sleep. Did you think I was going to say something else? And then the next 8 hours are divided into, okay, they're distributed into the 3 F's, the 3 H's, and the 3 S's. And I apologize for not having a slide for this, so you're going to have to write quick. The 3 F's, I'm sure you can figure them out: family, friends, and faith. The 3 H's, health, hygiene, and hobby. We're going to pretend hygiene meant like spa, hair, nails, that kind of thing. And then the 3 S's, soul, service, and smile. All right. So you take those last 8 and you just like disperse those things into those 8 hours. And that's what creates this like wildly successful entrepreneur. So we are in the position of sharing our stories and inviting others that we want to work with. And then we can show them the way, right? And then they can duplicate that over and over and over again. I'm checking the chat. Can you please type those in the chat? Yes, I can. Ready? Here it comes. 8 hours. Here comes Felicia. Probably shouldn't say bye to her, huh? Did you get that? 8 hours distributed. 8 hours of hard work. 8 hours of good. The other S word you're thinking of, sleep. And here you go. Hygiene, faith, hobby. So I love those rails, right? It helps me at the end of my day be like, what did I put into this day? What did I get out? What did I do? Like, did I just spin my wheels for 12 hours of doing mindless work? You know, did I take a shower? Did I get an H in there? Some hygiene? All right, moving on. So in order to feel confident in doing these things, right? Sharing our story, inviting other people that we want to work with, and then being able to teach them how to duplicate this over and over and over. We need confidence to do that. Well, one big step into mindset, you guys, it's the big F word. Christy's going to be like, why did I give her this free reign? It's the big F word. It's fear, right? Get out of your own way. Like right now, we're all scared. And if you're not, yo, homie, like teach me your ways. Show of hands who feels like anxiety or butterflies before you reach out to someone to talk to about a new group or inviting to your business. Every single time. Let me let you in on a little secret. Those butterflies, they're there for a reason, right? Show of hands who sometimes feels like it's so daunting to show up to your business, but you have this like guilt pain in your belly where you're like, I know I should, but you feel a little guilty when you don't. Those guilt pains, they're there for a reason, right? You have a why for why you're here. You saw something here that drew you to this. And I don't know what that why is, right? That's your story. That's your story that will continue to change probably every week. So recircle back to your why and tweak it a little because it definitely changed. You're here for a reason. So quit letting fear stop you in seeing your true potential as a leader here, all of us. But step 2, right? It's time to start. So we have a game. We have a game plan for hitting our milestones and our goals, right? Do you have a game plan for hitting your goals, or did you just like write down some arbitrary number and a rank that sounded cool? Right? Is there anything that backs up with what you wrote down? So in January, I sat down with a couple of my girls and I wrote down my goals only after I knew theirs. So I set a goal to hit key coordinator in 4 months. I set a very realistic goal to move my team forward by increments of 5,000 in volume. Okay. But again, only because I knew what my teammates' goals were. Do you know what your teammates' goals are? And once I did the math, it was very easy to do the math, right? Once I saw the math and I saw the numbers, I was like, okay, we're ready. It's time. It's time, like full throttle. We're all in. Let's do this. And each month when I would surpass that goal or hit that goal of 5,000, how empowering was that? It was a little milestone. It was literally inch by inch. But it was realistic and it was attainable. And sure as all heck, I had to buckle down in order to get there. But sure as all heck, we did, because I continued to recruit, teach them to recruit, and train my team. I recruit with wild heart. I have this like super brave personality when it comes to inviting to join me and explaining about this business. And y'all, look, I'm from Virginia. I just said y'all. I'm not from Virginia. I just live here now. Y'all, I am nobody special. Nobody special. I am sweating right now talking to you guys. But for some reason, I have so much conviction about the potential here. And I have so much conviction about telling this story and inviting and grabbing everybody I know so they can hear about it. Why? Because I train the muscle between my ears on the regular. Okay, so let's look at some of our favorite books that we are going to be reading all together. We're going to start with one of these books that you're going to love. Maybe you've read one, show of hands if you have, or what you're looking forward to. Okay, so Laws of Leadership. Obviously, hopefully you all know John Maxwell. He's an incredible author, leader, mentor, all of the things. anything he writes, says, or does, I'm like holding on to every last word. Brene Brown, so Dare to Lead. Right? Like how I just talked about how I so bravely literally go into the wilderness and shout from the rooftops why I want so-and-so to join me, or why I believe this will be a game changer in somebody's wellness routine. So I personally develop every day. I take notes and I basically fall asleep on the book in just by hopes that I soak something else in by osmosis. But I don't read all day, right? It's 15 minutes and it's a hard stop. And I set a timer because sometimes I can get lost in it, but I know I have other stuff to do, you know, as a CEO and as a business builder. So I'm like, okay, I'll get back to that tomorrow. I get told no all day long, all day long. But because I've prioritized personal development, it's like water off a duck's back. Ain't no thing, right? Go for no. It's another book we all should read. We're going to start with Dare to Lead. So get that in your Audible, get that ready to go, start stretching, do all the things to prepare yourself to work the muscle between your ears. And another thing that personal development does is when you set that goal that you set for July or the third quarter, and it's like the last week and you're nowhere near that goal and you're feeling really, really ready to throw in the towel, you dig deep into the toolbox that you have. And quite literally, quote Jen Sincero, and give fear a second sandwich. And you get on the treadmill and you don't get off until it's done. And whatever happens when you are literally dripping with sweat, I mean, this is obviously a very figurative way of saying it. I never get on a treadmill, but I will outrun anybody at the end of the month. I don't get off until it's done. And whatever is done by midnight, then I can be like, I gave it my all, you guys. I went all in. I found a way, because that's what the mentors are doing that I'm following. Right? So I'm currently right now in the middle of rebuilding my organization yet again. Isn't that so fun? It's so fun. I'm very excited about that. So I need this. I need you. I need this just as much as you do. I am all in. I am like sleeves up, laces on, ready to go. This is never ending, right? This is something that's when you sign up to be a leader and you want to be this top leader because you know it in your heart of hearts, you're like, I know I am this. I know I'm ready for this. You sign up for the best and you sign up for the worst, right? It's like a marriage in sickness and in health. But the key to come out better each time is your mindset. All right. So, whew, sweating. Anyone else? Just me? I mean, it is like 98 degrees outside and 170 million% humidity. Treat your business like your business. We all know that. It goes without saying. But let's go into phase 1 activities. And quite honestly, this is like really, really quick call. So we'll like open it up to questions, but here's where the work comes in. Phase 1 activities, essential to your business growth. Cultivating community on your platform and your VIP group community, right? So there should be a percentage of your time that you're dedicating to the people that have ever joined you, whether it's with a Ready Set Wellness bundle, with a bottle of Herbalex because they were constipated, if it was whatever, right? There should be a time that's designated to touch those people every so often so they feel special, right? That's what you're there for, right? That's what we do. We are wellness advocates. We're not transaction people. We're not like, oh, cool, you bought something from me once. And since you haven't been showing up to my live stories and seeing what the specials are, then I guess you'll probably never buy from me again. cultivating community it's like people are craving it. They're wanting it so badly. I just moved to a new state. I'm a military wife, and I had no idea how badly I needed community until I left my home state of California. I had no clue. I thought I could do it all by myself. I could be all alone in my big house in New Jersey and I could just make it work. And I hit rock bottom hard and fast. So I didn't really know what community was because I had always been surrounded by people that I loved and my family. So I really didn't connect to like, oh, what do you mean community? Like, I don't get it. I already have that. It's built in. You have no idea how much you need it until you don't have it. So there are people out there that don't have it. Inviting, right? Inviting is like the scariest part about what we do, yet it's like the most important part. I'm going to help teach you guys like new fun ways to invite to where you're just not like, I'm doing a group on July 24th. Would you like to join us? All right. So my background's in sales, and my background previously before that is journalism and PR. So how to spin, I mean, literally I got a BS in PR. So I can help with ways to have people read your invitations as a warm welcome and like, oh my gosh, yes, I want that. I need that. Following up, same thing, right? You have to follow up with people so many times. Until when? Until they die. I just recently had somebody finally come out of the woodwork after 2 years. 2 years of me touching on her, right? So, and 2 years of never backing down of the type of follow-up that I do, because it is tried and true. And I'll teach you that as well, how to create an active audience, what to say in order to make sure they're listening. Follow up until they die. You know, there's something out there that someone has shown you or sold you on, and you sent them a text message at 11 o'clock at night and you said, I love that. I want that. What color is that? And then you went dark on them because life happened, something crazy, the buzzer went off, and that was it. But if that person came back to you and said, hey girl, remember when you really wanted that top that was linked? Did you want me to help you snag that? You're like, oh, praise Jesus. Thank God you're back. I really did want that. All right. So following up, adding to your contact list, like this is also something that's standard in our business. We all know this, right? We're always building to the people that we can connect with. I kind of hear this over and over since I've been here, and even since I've been in network marketing. I don't have anybody left. I don't have anybody else to talk to. Oh, wait, what? Like, it's like this is the world. It's like at your fingertips. It's right here. This is just exponential. It's almost overwhelming how many people you can go and connect with right now. So enrolling customers and team members, it's like your non-negotiable. We're all here, right? We're all here to hit 2-in-1 and our quarterly incentives, and we're all here to be in Mexico. So those are that's just part of it. It's your non-negotiable. Being consistent on social media. You know, when you want to be a leader, you have to show up like a leader consistently. So hosting events and groups monthly. I am an extreme introvert. Like, this will take me days to recover from. Okay, maybe not days. I'm an extreme introvert, but I'm also an extrovert. I really know I crave and need this. I really do love these types of things, but I hate doing them. So what I have to do is I have to take a pen and I have to take a piece of paper and I have to write down a date and I have to circle it and I have to put business pop-up party or wellness event. And once it is written, bosses don't cancel. And I have to follow through with myself. Because how can I go tell my team to host an event or do a pop-up party or do a launch party if I'm not doing them? I did an event last week for Michael's squadron, and I can say this because this is a safe space. So Michael now flies Marine One for the president, and I'm not allowed to post anything on social media, which is kind of crazy because I totally do. And I think I'm going to get caught very soon. Probably gonna have to stop. And so I called up the family readiness officer in charge of 874 Marines. I called her up and I said, hey, Kel, I'm brand new. Like, my husband just checked in, blah, blah, blah. His name is Michael Forster. His call sign's Rookie. She's like, oh, he's so cute. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And he's such a great guy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, back to me. I don't wear my husband's rank on my sleeve, right? Like I'm my own person. I'm like, I would love to help with the event on Friday. I would love to have some part in it. I own my own wellness business. I have a wellness shop where I partner with a 67-year-old company. And I would love to bring some swag bags, some flyers, some information, kind of set up a table and really kind of have a little focus on a summer filled with wellness. Guys, she was like, are you kidding me? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. Can you come early? And it ended up being, I was scared. I didn't want to do it. Like all the things, right? All the things that, once you do, you dive out of your comfort zone. And once it's over, you're like, that was really rad. Like I grew from that. That was rad. And you want to know something cool? The man that just walked in the door, he came up behind me at the table and he was like, not trying to like step on my toes, but he was definitely listening in and comes over. He's like, you're really good at this. Like you sound really good. And I'm like, and now I'm going to cry. And all I said was, hi guys, I'm Serena. I put together a few of my favorite wellness products. I partner with a 67-year-old company. Wellness is my jam. This is my love language. There's a flyer in there with my name on it, my Instagram. Skywrite me, text me if you have any questions. I'm totally your go-to girl. That was it. So did I sell a Ready Set Wellness bundle 2 days later? Yes. Did I get like an influx in followers the very next hour? Yes. Did I set a lunch date on the calendar? Yes. All right. So I had to go find them. It's my husband's job. I had to go find that. I had to go sit and think and get creative and be like, this is going to be great. I have to just do it. It wasn't like she was going to call me up and say, hey, Serena, I saw you have a wellness business. Can you please come host an event? All right. And then of course, personal development. All right. So here we go. Here's a little bit of reflection. And I will do this as well because I am deep in the trenches. Was that the buzzword? Deep. Deep was the buzzword. Deep in the trenches with you. What are 3 things that you did today to move you closer to your goal? All right, just like 1, 2, 3. What is one thing you did to improve your leadership skill today? And what do you need to accomplish tomorrow to reach your goal? So in order to answer these questions, right, like we have to know what our goals are. We probably should do like a quick gut check with ourselves to really make sure we have like our attainable goals. I have calls with my crew at the beginning of the month to ask them what their goals are. So I know, like I'm staring at my girls here. I know what their goals are. Hi, Case. I didn't scroll down. I can. These are questions that we're going to ask ourselves each day. They're probably going to rock our world most days, but knowing that they're coming should really help us feel empowered and ready to really, really set the tone, set our schedules, be our bosses, do the things. All right. So we went through phase 1, right? It was a big laundry list, but it goes by quick. Once you start doing it, you become more efficient. You're in the trenches, but when your head's down and your heart is open, like it's pretty badass. You start to find yourself in a groove and you start to not want to miss those things, right? You just keep showing up because the more you do, the more you do. So we're going to remain focused on phase one activities. And that's what's going to be, this is our organization, right? 90% of our business is spent on our business, right? Those phase one things. And then the 10% is spent on our team. It sounds crazy because I think that you want to like handhold and, you know, lead everybody in a way that's kind of like this, right? But trust me, when you're doing those phase one activities yourself, you're leading from the front. You're leading by example. You're in the trenches and they're like, you're going to be their mentor. They're going to be following what you're doing. So you've got this is it, right? This is the keys. These are the keys. Develop a CEO mindset. You're your own boss, but we don't have all the legwork, right? This is the greatest CEO title ever. Treat your business like a business. It's your business. Notice how I said my wellness shop, right? I didn't say I'm with Shaklee. I never even said the name Shaklee when I did that event, right? This is my wellness shop. I partnered with a 67-year-old wellness company that is the most clinically trialed company in the world. I shopped from my store. Improve your leadership skills each day. We're going to be doing that together. I'm so excited to get to know all y'all. And the best part, it's time to tell your team. It's time to tell the people that you're sideline sisters with, or it's time to tell your own personal people what your vision is, what your goals are. Okay, so Christy added this in. You can I would screenshot this. Morgan, oh snap, congrats to your husband. Thank you. What do you want your life to look like and feel like in 3 to 5 years? How will your life be better? Why is this important to you? How will you celebrate? Have you shared this with your team? And how will your team's lives be improved? I made a mistake in my last network marketing company, in my last business, by doing it all by myself. I trained, I taught them, you know, the steps, and I gave them the help that they needed in order to be successful at owning their own business. But I never told them what I wanted. I felt like that seemed selfish, right? But yet I asked them, like, what did they want? Like, it was about them. What do they want? And they said, well, Serena, I want to make $250 a month. And I said, okay, Sally, here's how you do it. But I didn't, you know, I didn't team wide tell them, hey guys, we've got a big enough pasture. We've got a big enough, beautiful, we're growing like wildflowers. I'm here to continue to grow if you are. And here's where I see us. What do you think? Here's where I see us. Here's what my vision is for our team. Does that seem like something you want to be a part of? So I'm skipping that question. And this is the last question of the night. Do you know which actions will help you reach your goals? Totally honest. And if you're at like a rebuild stage where you're similar to me, or you feel like maybe you're not where you want to be, but you're like, I'm doing the things, you know, I'm doing the things. Maybe it's just time to course correct a little bit and dial back into those phase one activities. You guys, you're still quiet because you're all muted and I hate it. So are you guys down? Are you down to do this with me and Christy and all of us? I feel like we should have champagne and cheers. Can you unmute? I don't want to feel alone here.
I'm cleansing. I'm not drinking, but I'm down.
Drinking water. Got to get up at the crack of dawn. You guys are awesome. We're going to do this together. It's going to be fun. We're going to like be able to like hold each other accountable. We are going to be that extra added, like smack each other on the tush for a job well done. I'm excited to level up. You're doing good. Okay, good. Good. You're so welcome. Yay. Cheers. Let's do this. So we'll get our next call up. Christy, unfortunately, had a crazy migraine. I hate when she gets those. Those are like the worst. And so I was only supposed to take part of like 3 slides. Hi, Alex. And I was like, okay, put me in, coach. I got this. But they are definitely all the things that I am doing. And I am totally here to walk the walk with all y'all. And by the end of this, we're going to be like conga lining. Like we're not walking. Oh, I'm sorry, Cass. Sip extra, extra, extra freezing ice cold lemon water as fast as you can. When you give yourself a brain freeze, it does the opposite, releases the tension. She has a migraine too. Yay, Les, I got to see you twice in one day. Sideline sisters are the best. Who wants to pop their camera on no matter what you look like? Hello, look at me and take a picture so we can send it to Christy tomorrow morning for our first kickoff. Hey, Felicia. All right. Gorgeous Steph. I haven't seen you forever. Okay. Final call. 1, 2. I feel like I want to put my arms up in the air, but I'm taking the picture. Somebody else put their arms up in the air. 3. You guys rock. All right. I'll catch you on the flip side. Let's get to work. Bye, friends.